Hi there. I'm making this video about how to install HD radio into your 2017 through 2022 Honda CRV EX. Now, I know a lot of people have been asking the question, like me, how do you get HD radio? For those of you who don't know what HD radio is, it's basically high definition radio. It's actually been around longer than HD TV, and it's actually the model of which HD TV was based on. But in any case, the 2017 through 2022 Honda CRVs, as you know, come with different trim levels, and the LX, of course, is the lowest trim, and it actually has like a, I guess, basic radio system in it, and even the climate control is different. And then the EX and up all have this particular climate control system and all feature this touchscreen control panel. Now, I think a lot of people have thought that you could essentially take what is the head unit here from, say, like an EXL, which most models, except for the 2019 EXLs, for some reason, came with HD radios installed. But what they have been doing with these cars, apparently since 2017 and up, is that these head units, or what they're called head units now, they're not actually the radio. The tuner is actually in a separate module, just like the amplifier on the Touring model. And of course, the Touring has a subwoofer and everything. But these particular models, the EX and up, all have this touchscreen display, which is basically nothing more than a computer to control all the different systems in the car. So, but the radio itself, the tuner itself, is actually in a different part of the car. It's actually towards the back of the car where the antenna is, because of course, as you know, these cars have, of course, sunroofs or moonroofs, whatever you want to call them. I mean, they're sunroofs. I don't know why they call them moonroofs. That's stupid to me. But anyway, so it took me a while to figure out where the doggone thing was, because of course it's actually kind of hard to get to. It's even harder than replacing this thing, which, I went through the trial and error thinking that if I bought a head unit from an EXL from a junkyard and put it in here, that it would give me HD radio, which didn't work. Which it wasn't until later that I found out that you need the HD radio tuner module, which is this right here. This is what you need to get HD radio into your EX. If you have a 2017 through 2022 CRV EX and you want to put HD radio into your car, you need to find one of these. This is the unit. I got this off of eBay from a seller on eBay. But this is the actual tuner unit. And as you can see on the description, I don't know if you can read it through my phone here, but it says HD radio tuner. And, that's the part number, the model number, which I'll put this also down into the comment section so you can look it up yourself. But basically, you can just go on eBay and type in, if you have a 2017 through 2022 Honda CRV and you're looking to put HD radio into your car, you can look for this part number, or just type in HD radio tuner and these will pop up on your search list, and this is where I found this. Now, finding the actual unit in the car, that is the bitch. Pardon my French. Because, as I said, it is not anywhere in the front of the car. It's in the back of the car where the tail fin is, the antenna. So, as you can see, I have taken the time to try to take stuff apart here to find out where this thing was. So basically it sits behind this passenger side quarter panel in the back here, and you literally have to take off, there's this little piece here that you have to remove in order to pull this out, and there's pieces on the back here you have to remove also to be able to get this loose and get it out of here to where you can actually get to the unit. Now, as you can see, I don't know if you can see it in there, but that is where the unit is mounted. And I don't know why they mounted it backwards on there, but that's how you gotta get to it. So, but like I said, you have to remove all of this stuff, as well as there's 2 screws in here that have to be removed, and of course there's a light fixture here. You just take that out, but then you have to make sure that you pull the harness back through there when you put this all back together, otherwise you won't have your light fixture. But so I'm gonna go ahead and pull this all the way off and replace the unit and see what happens. Okay, so I removed the unit. These are the 2 units side by side each other, as you can see. But the biggest problem here is, well, not even a problem, but you see there's a different mounting bracket, and so not sure if why they had different mounting brackets for the different models, but apparently they do. So if you get one that's got this mounting bracket still attached to it, you might have to replace it with the other one, but that's not a biggie, except for the fact that it has much smaller screws, so you have to use a nubby screwdriver, or at least a small screwdriver. Thankfully I have my small screwdriver on my trusty Swiss Army knife, so I will go ahead and switch these out and attach it and see what happens. Okay, so here is the unit in place, the new unit, the HD unit in place. You don't actually have to pull this all the way off, although it does kind of come off as you're pulling it back, but you know, you do have to take the trim off at this, like I said, at the bottom, to get all this stuff, to get this panel to pull back far enough for you to get in here. But yeah, this is where it is. I mean, it's a real pain to get to, because getting this panel off is just so much work. But you know, once you get it in there, this, you know, this is basically where it goes. So let's see if it works here. Right, so as you see, basically all of my presets are gone, because of course that was housed inside the tuner unit. So okay, so as you can see, I have installed my HD tuner here, And lo and behold, it works. As you can see the HD radio symbol on the display. And this particular radio station, I know locally here, has a second substation, which I had to figure out how to access it, which basically you have to press the seek button, which then takes you to the second substation, and of course back to the primary HD1 station. So as you can, I'm just sitting here now, just gonna tune in all of my local stations on here, but basically that's how you would install HD radio on your 2017 through 2022 Honda CRV EX model. And I'm sure it's the same for many other Honda models that, you know, have HD radio in the more higher trims and maybe not in the lower trims. So yeah, that's basically all everything you need to do there. But you know, like I said, that's a lot to do, trying to get that interior quarter panel off, and you know, realizing you have to take off all these other pieces just to get it open enough to get to the thing. It's, yeah. So I'm gonna tune these stations in and put everything back together and go from there. I'm glad you tuned into the video, and if you like it, please like it. And like I said, I will put some information on the bottom, like the model number for the HD unit. And like I said, you can get it off of eBay, pretty cheap. I bought mine for about 40 bucks. So, you know, you can probably even find one cheaper, but that's what you need to look for, is the HD tuner, not this head unit. This head unit is just mainly a control module now. It's, you know, and there's of course outputs for the speakers and everything else, but basically everything on this control panel here, it's a control panel. It's not even a radio tuner anymore, because it's all in the back of the car.